This is the MacBook Pro. What's up, guys? Welcome to Tech Talk in Art's World. And as you can see from the description, this is an episode where I just talk about why I love the MacBook Pro. So if it's your first time visiting the channel, this is basically a channel where I talk about technology. Yeah, anything that has to do with technology, mainly in the alignment of mobile apps, since that's my area of expertise. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Okay, so before I quickly tell you why I love using the MacBook Pro, I will just show you some of the specs that I chose when I purchased it or before I purchased it. So do check it out. Page that I was on a couple of months ago. So I hope I can remember the specs that I actually chose before I purchased this MacBook. So obviously I chose the 16-inch because I love a big laptop. It just makes sense for me. So yeah, I chose the space gray. I didn't like the silver, but yeah, I just went for the space gray. And let's see what else I had. Okay, so I'm gonna select this. So from this page, yeah, so these are the basics. So I didn't go for the 2.4 gigahertz. Did I go for that? No, I didn't go for this one because it didn't make sense for me just to pay $200 more just for 2.4 for 9 junction. So I just left it like that on the processor. And on the memory, I think I chose 32 gig memory. And here I think I chose, on the graphics, I chose the 8 gig one. And on the storage, I just left it as is. And obviously I did not purchase Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro. And yeah, that's basically it. Those are the specs of my MacBook. And it actually runs pretty smoothly, so I just like it. So these are the basic specs that I had. So yeah, that's about it. Okay, so the main reason why I use the MacBook Pro is because I am an iOS developer, and basically I develop apps specifically or natively for iOS or Apple or iPhones, whatever way you might feel comfortable in really understanding what I'm talking about. But that's the main reason. And I know you can, have a lot of alternatives if you want to develop for iOS. So, but for me, I'm a person that likes a peace of mind. I don't like doing a lot of virtual machines and installing Hackintosh and this and that, or even going to hire, Macs online, those things. So I just thought it would make sense for me to actually buy a MacBook because it has all the software that I need for me to get started with my development experience. And besides being an iOS developer, obviously I have used Windows before, I have used a PC before, and I've also used Linux. But it's just that with Windows, for me, it was annoying because of the so many forced updates there. It's sometimes, yeah, it was really unstable for me, and the experience for me personally wasn't that great. But when I moved to Mac OS, it's stable because you have a lot of pre-installed default apps that comes with the OS that get you started. You don't have to go out there and look for third-party applications to download. Hey, if you want to edit a document, Pages is already there. If you want to do some Excel things, Numbers is already there. And if you want to do a little bit of music manipulation, GarageBand is already there. And it has a lot of things that can get you started. You can even edit your videos using iMovie. those free stuff. So that is the main reason that I actually, prefer using macOS. I know some people would prefer to say, it's expensive and the hardware sucks because it has lightning ports, it doesn't have, USB. But I mean, when it comes to those things, you kind of get used to it, I guess. Yeah, like I'm okay with it, man. I'm not complaining anyways. So yeah. Another thing for me, it's just that premium feel on the laptop itself. For me, it really goes a long way because some laptops, they're just cheap when it comes to look and feel. But when it comes to the MacBook Pro, let me just show you mine. It just feels nice on the hands, Like I just like the premium finish to it. It just tells you that this is designed for professionals and you really know what you're doing in this life. And yeah, it gets my work done. So this is why I really like using the MacBook Pro. Another thing is, I'm a music person and I just love playing my music on the MacBook Pro. The speakers are insane. They are deep and they are very great. Like for me, I just love it. And when you're playing even movies as well, it really feels like solid. Like you don't have those funny sounds like, from other PCs. But yeah, for me, it has everything that I need, really. It does. Again, since I also have an iPhone, I just like the ecosystem of the Apple. Yes. So, when I'm transferring files from my iPhone to my MacBook, it's like in a snap and it's super fast. And every time I copy something from my MacBook to my phone or vice versa, everything is just super smooth. So I'd rather just use a MacBook Pro than to install a bunch of software just for me and my phone to be communicating with my laptop and stuff like that. One thing that I don't like, or a few things that I don't like about the MacBook Pro, is that when you're doing a lot of heavy computational processes, then it gets hot, like super hot sometimes. Like you can't even put it on your laps because it gets super hot. And sometimes the fan noise is a little bit loud. Sometimes it's embarrassing because like it's super loud, like the fans are super loud. So I mean, I understand it's trying to cool down the laptop, but they're a little bit loud. Yeah. And another thing, like a very annoying thing that I noticed about the MacBook Pro is that sometimes the keyboard, the keys, they get sticky so quickly. And honestly, I am a very clean person. I normally clean my laptop, is it once or twice or 3 times, or I don't know, but frequently I normally clean my laptop. I make sure that everything is clean. I even clean my cables as well. So I don't know if that's weird, but I just like to see my gadgets very clean. I don't like to see that white thing getting dirty or brown or something. But yeah, the keyboard, it's something that I was surprised. Like some of the keys, they get stuck. I'm like, what's going on? So I don't know what's that about. So yeah, that comes to the end of my video, guys. Simple, straightforward, to the point. Just tell me what you think on how I presented my MacBook. If you really like it, please put a thumbs up, subscribe. So my little sister just challenged me to put some of the bloopers on my channel because I once posted, a small clip whereby there was something in the background and I had to redo my videos again. So I will be showing you guys some of the bloopers when I'm recording and some of the struggles that I face when I'm recording. So do enjoy and don't laugh too hard. So before I get into the nitty-gritties as to why I love using the MacBook Pro, I just wanted to mention a few things, the things that I don't really use the MacBook Pro for. Firstly, I don't use it for Netflix and chilling, and I don't use it to... No, I'm lying. Like, I'm seriously lying here. Anyways, I don't use the MacBook Pro to watch Netflix or to go on Facebook or Instagram and any other funny pages. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome again to my channel, Tech Talk in Order's World. So if any of you don't know what this channel is all about, this channel is basically